But we are here this morning, as has already been stated, to present a moral agenda to our governor and the state legislators. This agenda has been developed over the past 10 months as we work tirelessly crafting these words. And we want these words to go to our governor and to go to our legislators so that they can see what we the people are asking that our legislature and our governor do in this next legislative session in 2015. We believe today that we the people are words that still have meaning on today. These words can still create positive change in our state. Because of this, we go beyond this event to help organize the community efforts in contacting the governor and the legislators on the issues that are important to us. And we're pleased to announce today that we have several organizations that have joined in this coalition. We have the Alabama NAACP, the Human Rights Campaign of Alabama, the Alabama Coalition of Immigrant Justice, Birmingham Progressive Christian Alliance, Birmingham Bus Riders, Central Alabama Conference of African Methodist Episcopal Zion Church, Community and Business Services of Alabama, Greater Birmingham Ministries, Success for the Future, Support Our Students, Project Hope to abolish the death penalty. We have these and many other organizations and individuals that have come together to let the governor and the legislators know that we are tired. And as it's been stated by many, we're sick and tired of being sick and tired. Amen. And it's time to move forward.
Turn me round, turn me round, turn me round. Ain't gonna let Governor Bentley turn me round. We gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up the freedom road.
We need a new Alabama.
Amen.
Where everybody's somebody. Yes. Nobody's left out.
Right. Amen.
And where we all work together, black and white and brown, male and female, gay and straight, to build a community where all have access to what they need to have a meaningful life, a quality education, and to have an economic security that's founded in justice. And we're going to work for that with strength and courage.
The reason Venus is not here today to speak, my daughter Venus passed away last year of the cancer. It'll be a year this month in February because she did not have any health care insurance. When she went to seek help for her complaints about her breast, she was just given medicine and sent home for 2 years. For 2 years, she was just given medicine and sent home until the cancer was no longer, until it was just eating her away. That's my personal story. I know the necessities of it. I'm passionate about this thing. I don't expect everybody else to be as passionate as I am, but I do appeal to your compassion. Amen. So if you have health care insurance, and you have the power, you have somebody else that can make this thing change, you should be in their ear saying, don't you think we at least should give them some health care? I mean, after all, they are humans. We are humans. We deserve, we're not asking for something extravagant. We're just asking to be healthy. We're just asking to be able to see a doctor when our child is sick. Amen. And then we have adequate medical care. Adequate.
Number one, let's talk about our failing schools. Right here, let's talk about our failing schools. They say our schools are failing. I say they're wrong. I say, show me the data. Our schools are not failing because when you adjust for poverty, when you take all our schools that have 10% or less poverty in them, and you compare them to countries that also have 10% or less poverty, you know what? We're right up there at the top with them. We are right up there at the top with them. Our schools are not failing. Our problem is our poverty rate. America has one of the highest childhood poverty rates in the world, in developed countries. I think that's a travesty. You can follow the problems that we have with poverty, with the recession, with everything else, and you can see that our schools get worse as our poverty increases. So, here we go. Failing schools. Are our schools failing? No, they're not failing, all right? So we're not going to buy into that one anymore.
Forward together, not one step back. Say forward together, not one step back. I want to ask our state president to join me here, Ms. Fire Rose, some members of the clergy and other speakers that we gather here. I want to ask those of you on the side that are able just to come in close, because we are here one family and we want this whole world to see what is going on. It's good to be here with you today. And that all free governments are founded on the people's authority and should be instituted for the benefit of the people. And therefore, somebody say therefore, the people have, say have, at all times an inalienable, indefeasible right to change their form of government in such a manner as they may deem expedient. Your Constitution says when they're wrong, change them. Change them when they're not caring about all the people. Change them when they're not doing right by all the people. Change them and challenge them. The focus of the Moral Monday movement is the governor and the legislature. That's it. Because that's the group that has the most power to negatively impact the agenda. Say the governor and the legislature. That's our focus. In Alabama, child poverty is 27%. Seniors, people over 65, are 10% in poverty. Women, 18%. Not black women, women. 45% of single parent families live below poverty. 247,000 black children live below 200% of the poverty. The poverty rate is 19% for Alabamians. That means it's 25-30% for black Alabamans, but Alabamans, period. Extreme poverty is 8.4%. 7% of folk are more unemployed. Nearly 18% of Alabamans don't even know if they're going to eat every day. There is no minimum wage law in Alabama. Low-income families, that is people below poverty that work, is almost 40%. And the percentage of jobs in Alabama that are low wage is over 33%. And 14% of Alabamans are uninsured. That means the number for blacks and minorities is over 20, almost 30%. You got to have a movement that's beyond conventional politics. A movement, look at that, brings folk together in Alabama that they don't like coming together. You see that? We must become the trumpets of conscience. We cannot be silent. Tell your neighbors that now is the time. Here is the place. We are the people. And we shall be heard. And I've seen the power of coming together. Down in North Carolina, there wasn't but 17 of us when we started. They called us morons, called us outsiders. But after 77 weeks, 1,000 people have gone to jail. 80,000 people showed up in February. The governor said we weren't going to make a difference. But when we started, he was at 50% in the polls. Now he's under 30% in the polls. When we started, the legislature was at 40% in the polls. Now they're at 17% in the polls. The courts are starting to rule on our side. Young people are engaged like never before. I come to tell you from first-hand experience, if you come together, things will change.